So, I tried the new season of the first Descendant named Breakthrough, and before anything else, I would like to clarify some important things. First of all, this video is not that type of shit you see people saying that the game is amazing without any context. You all know that I have been critical with the first Descendant not for the reason that I hate the game, but because I see potential in this game and I want it to succeed. I'm a gamer, and I love when there are lots of options in the looter-shooter genre. Of course, you all know that I'm a big sucker of Warframe, and I have been playing this for years now, and I have no intention of stopping because it's that good. But as a longtime player, I mostly have all the things I want in the game, and just waiting for new content to enjoy. I can't deny that because of this, I sometimes experience content drought in Warframe, but instead on yapping on the internet that the game has no content. I just play other games that I enjoy, which is also kind of refreshing to be honest. And this kind of mentality may be one of the reasons why after years of playing Warframe, I never felt burnout at all. Now, when Nexon announced the first Descendant, I was really happy and glad that there's an upcoming game similar to Warframe that I could jump into while waiting for content on my main game. And to be honest, the first Descendant was just something to fill the content drought of Warframe at first. But when I tried the first beta test, it totally changed my mind. And while the game has undeniable similarities with Warframe, it has its own flair. Bunny is the best thing that ever happened to the game, and I was sold out with the fast-paced gameplay of this character. Also, the Colossus fights were very entertaining during the beta test, and it got me thinking, holy shit, the first Descendant could potentially compete with giants like Warframe and Destiny 2 in the free-to-play looter-shooter space. And by the way, I know that Destiny 2 is not actually free-to-play, but it's free to try. But I don't know why they still insist on the Steam page that it's free-to-play. So anyway, the release date came for the first Descendant, and boy, it did not disappoint. It got lots of attention, but like any live service game, launch week was a classic mess. Servers wobbled, people got kicked mid-mission, and performance stuttered for a chunk of players. Reviews sat at mixed. The devs handed out boosts to smooth things over, and the shop caught the most heat. Pricey skins, single-use paints, the whole "why is this so expensive" talk. Some folks bounced right there, but a lot of us stuck around because the gunplay felt tight, movement was fun, and the power fantasy of taking down big bosses is there. Hotfixes helped the stability fast, but the monetization drama kept echoing longer than the server errors. Season 1 tried to reset the vibe. New Descendant, puzzle-heavy dungeons, and a battle pass. Good on paper, but the memory pads and color puzzles split the room. The team leaned into feedback and started shifting mission types toward faster, kill-focused runs. Season 2 felt more confident. New main quest, deeper void Colossus loop, another Descendant, and a bunch of quality-of-life tweaks that cleaned up progression. People still complained about timers and some spongy bosses, but the highs showed up more often. The grind stopped feeling like chores and started feeling like one more run again. Fast forward today, and the developers released Season 3 of the first Descendant. So I jumped into this new update, and so far, I honestly can say that this game has just added another layer of needed content for the game to stay afloat. There's a new zone called Axion Plains with new objectives, missions, and roaming events that keep the map busy. You get rotating operational areas every 2 hours with boosted rewards, a global meter the community fills for daily bonuses, and an hourly 8-player raid-style fight against the Wallcrasher that showers you with mats, modules, and cores. The zone isn't just set dressing either, as there are drop zones, time trial bike races, resource caches to smash, and field colossus that spawn before the big raid pops. It's fast, it's loud, and it finally gives you reasons to log in for quick hits or long sessions. Okay, you might have seen people saying that it's empty on reviews and forums, but that's not the case, as Axion Plains has enough activity for your endgame characters to enjoy and somehow use to further increase your power level. Yes, you heard it right, endgame characters, as this means that Axion Plains is only accessible in hard mode of the mission. But what if I'm a new player? Well, there's a solution to that, and I'm going to debunk all those people saying that it would take months for new players to access the new map content. For now, let me give you more reasons why I was really interested in getting back to the game. So the main headliner of the Breakthrough update is Nell. This was just an NPC back then, but finally playable and built to bully weak points. Her kit tags enemies with a scan, drops a gravity well, then detonates it to suck mobs in. With the right modules, you can tilt her toward team support or straight damage. Alongside her is a new system called Arch Triggers. Think of it like a dedicated slot that procs extra effects when you use certain skill types. There are new trigger modules that do spicy stuff like coating your magazine with skill damage on reload, converting heals into damage pulses, or dropping mini meteors off projectile skills. It slots in easy and opens build paths we didn't have before. Movement and toys got upgrades too. Hover bikes are in Glide 4, Orca, and Vortex, and you can enhance and mod them, then blast across Axion plains to beat timers and pop caches. On the gun side, there's a new ultimate scout rifle, Eraser, that stacks analysis and leaves enzyme puddles for corrosion damage. The Battle Pass launcher, Exterminator, auto-marks targets and chains explosive shots. It's very power fantasy, but it also fits the new enemy types and objectives, so your loadout actually matters from mission to mission. Endgame got busier. Beyond the open-world wall crasher, Abyss Challenge adds a new Colossus called Stormhanger, which spews lots of electricity, lots of lasers, but it melts if you build Toxic right. Leaderboards rotate to this boss for the season. Mastery rank cap bumps to 40, module capacities scale up, and the Battle Pass adds quality of life tweaks, plus growth boxes so you're not starved for mats. If you're new or returning, there's a boost path that hands you key gear and helps you catch up instead of drowning in chores. For the first time, the loop feels layered instead of linear. And yes, they brought the crossover juice. Nier Automata cosmetics land with the season, 2B and A2 themed skins, attachments, and emotes. It's fluff, but it fits the vibe and gets people to peek back in after a break. Honestly, Breakthrough lives up to the name, and it breathes new life to the game. More places to go, more builds to try, more reasons to squat up for that hourly raid, and enough quality of life improvement that the grind feels less like a wall and more like one more run at 2 a.m. This is the same excitement I felt when I was playing the beta, and honestly, I think people were right of saying that the game just needed more content, and in due time, it will eventually become lively with more things to do in-game. So, what if you are a new player that wants to play the game? Will you really need to spend months to access the new Breakthrough content? This is false, as once you get into the game, you will be greeted with a new feature that helps you get into Axion plain fast. The game finally gives you a clean on-ramp, thanks to the new Boost Up and Boost Path features. Okay, I'm going to keep this simple and honest. If you want to jump straight into hard difficulty without drowning in chores, this is how you do it. What you actually get, and the smartest way to spend your first few hours so you don't burn out. I experienced the hellish grind in day one, and I really think that no new player should experience it in this game. So, if the game gives you a booster rocket, you take it. Just make sure you point it in the right direction. By the way, I just want to make it clear that these new boosting features are not only available for new players. If you are a returning player, then you can also take advantage of these features. Basically, Boost Up is the button that instantly moves you from normal difficulty to hard. It doesn't level you the long way. It just flips the switch and then drops a pile of gear and growth items into your hands so you can actually survive in hard and start clearing Sigma Sector, which is in normal difficulty, and the hard missions. Boost Path is the guided track that unlocks only after you use Boost Up. Think of it as a checklist of missions that teaches you the core systems while feeding you more rewards. If you skip Boost Up and hit Claim Components Only, you still get the rewards, which is nice, but Bunny and the equipment won't auto-replace, Boost Up settings won't apply, and you won't unlock Boost Path. That's the fork in the road. If you want the full guided experience, choose Execute Boost Up. How do you start it? Pretty easy. You'll see a Boost Up pop-up once per day after you log in, or you can open your inventory and access it from there. Hit Boost Up. Read the options. Don't spam confirm like it's a mobile gacha. When the confirmation screen appears, this is the moment. Choose Execute Boost Up. This turns on the whole package and unlocks Boost Path, or choose Claim Components only. You get the loot, but no auto replace and no Boost Path. After that, a results screen shows what applied. If you did the full Boost Up, your loadout will look different right away, on purpose. Now the good stuff, what you actually get from Boost Up. First, you get Bunny at level 40 with max capacity up, and 2 assign module socket type uses applied automatically. Translation: Bunny is instantly usable in hard, and you can run more and bigger modules without hitting the capacity wall. 2 socket assignments also mean you can match module polarities to your favorite high drain mods and save capacity. Next, you get Thunder Cage at level 100 with max capacity up, 2 socket assignments, and random options already rolled. You also have Secret Garden at level 100, proficiency 40, plus 1 extra rare weapon auto-applied, which is perfect for swapping if a fight favors a different damage profile. On top of that, you're given Ultimate Tier external components, Tingling Singularity Reactor with a 4-piece set effect and random options, and a full Ultimate Shell Crusher Reactor set at level 100 with optimized settings. You also get a pair of locked-in modules for your setup, a Bunny-exclusive module and a Thunder Cage module. Then the growth items: Energy Activator, Crystallization Catalyst, a chunk of gold, Kuiper Shards, a Descendant slot, and records in the same amount you would have earned by clearing the main quest the normal way. That last part matters. It means you aren't punished for taking the shortcut. Now, if you are a new player, then having Bunny is a huge advantage because this is your starter engine in hard. The Descendant is great in clearing enemies, and she also got great mobility to pair it with. The best part is, with the boosting feature, she's level 40 out of the gate, which takes the early pain off your shoulders. The capacity bump lets you slot power modules right away, and the 2 socket type assignments are basically free polarity fixes. That alone lets you punch above your level on hard. Also, you will get Thunder Cage at level 100, which is, in my opinion, one of the best progression weapons in the game. Because it comes with max capacity up and 2 socket assignments, you can build it like a real endgame gun instead of a project. The random options can be great or just okay, but don't tilt if the roll isn't perfect. Use the sockets to line up your staple weapon modules first, the ones you always use for damage and consistency. Once you're stable, layer in the more situational ones. The goal early on is not to flex a glass cannon build, it's to clear hard missions cleanly without face-planting every few rooms. If you keep getting clipped by elites, swap 1 damage module for handling, reload, or recoil control. Stability equals uptime, and uptime equals DPS. You also get Secret Garden at level 100 and another rare weapon. If I'm the one to choose, I'll just go with the Thunder Cage, honestly, but having other free options is just a blessing. I'm not saying that the other weapons are bad, by the way, as Secret Garden can cover ranges and enemy types where Thunder Cage feels clumsy. You can swap these weapons as needed. In addition, you also get external components. You've got the Tingling Singularity Reactor package in Ultimate version and at level 100, with a 4-piece set effect and random options applied. The important part is the set effect. Make sure all 4 pieces are equipped so you actually get the bonus. Then check the random options. If a piece rolled with a dead stat for your build, it's fine for now. Hard is forgiving as long as your fundamentals are solid, but earmark that piece for replacement once you start picking up better rolls. Don't sink all your growth items into a bad roll on day 1. Enhance to the point where you feel the durability bump, then move on. Then, you get the Shell Crusher set, also in Ultimate version, at level 100, and optimized, which is the game's way of saying you aren't starting from a scuffed baseline. This set gives you a strong base for your skill damage and interaction rules right away. You don't need to micro-min-max it during your first session. And don't forget the Bunny's exclusive module and the Thunder Cage module. Okay, I'm sounding like a sales agent here, trying to sell the first Descendant bargains, but I really just want you to see how good this is for new and returning players. This gets rid of a huge chunk of grind, and this offers a smooth progression to new players, which we don't have the luxury of having on day one. Now, once you execute Boost Up, the event screen flips into a mission list. This is your guided route for the boost path. The whole loop is to finish a mission, claim a reward, unlock the next. The list hits the essential beats, and it from simple start a Descendant main quest, equip and assign module types, then going to research Ultimate Bunny, enhance the unique abilities on Thundercage, complete your weapon module setup, research and enhance Smithereens, research and grow your fellow, slot a Descendant exclusive module, recruit a new Descendant, and push mastery rank. Run Haley research, and round out your reactor and external component setup. It's nothing that will pull you away from your main goal, as the boosted path is like embedded rewards for completing what you actually do while playing the game. Now, the Ultimate Bunny research sounds scary, but the event is designed to make this doable with the materials you just got. The research button is there to push you into the lab system, and the rewards backfill what you spent so you don't stall. I strongly recommend you to do this, and once Bunny's research milestone ticks, claim the reward and keep moving. The Enhance Unique Abilities of Thundercage task is your reminder to make the gun, better. Enhance it to the threshold the mission asks for. Don't overinvest past the mission requirement on day one unless you're rolling in materials. The boost path is about forward motion. To be honest, with this boosted path feature, your first 60 minutes should be ruthlessly simple. Start the main quest to tick that box. Assign at least one module socket on Bunny and one on Thundercage. Enhance Thundercage to the boost path requirement. Slot Bunny's exclusive module and Thundercage's weapon module. Equip the external components and confirm the set effect. Equip the Shell Crusher reactor set. Then go clear a couple of hard missions that the boost path nudges you toward. Claim the rewards as they pop. Don't stockpile them. Each claim either refunds what you spent or lets you take the next step without stopping to farm. By the time you finish boost path, you should have a stable hard setup, a main gun that feels good, a second weapon for specific fights, a reactor line that actually matches your kit, a 4-piece external component set that's doing work, and enough growth items left to push whatever part of your build feels behind. From there, you're not catching up. You're playing the game on pace with everyone else. That's the point. Season 3 throws a lot at you, and Boost Up plus Boost Path is the fastest way to go from where do I even start to queue up, I'm ready. Back then, we don't have this feature, and it was really a nightmare grinding for those gears, modules, components, reactor, and other things you needed just to help you progress through the hard mode difficulty. But now, new players are like cheating. Am I jealous? Yes, of course, because if we had this on day one, then we wouldn't be getting that "I'm tired, boss, let me rest" impression about the game. But I'll let Nexon off the hook with this one, since returning players can also benefit from the boosting services. Now, I don't have a really strong setup to share with you, as I stopped playing the game after spending 600 plus hours on it. Things have changed drastically over the past months, and as a returning player, I can see how much the game has evolved and turning into something worth playing. I know that this game has a lot of things to improve, and especially on how they price their skins. The new 2B skin, to be specific, can get me a new game. Hell, it can even buy me 3 games on Steam sales. But then again, it's just personal preference to get this new skin. If you are not into pixel boobs and asses and more on gameplay loop, power fantasy, and build creations, then I can honestly say that you will be interested on playing the first Descendant again. The variety of builds you can create now expanded, and I can honestly say that I'll be spending more time on this game while waiting for the next Warframe update, creating builds, and sharing it with you guys. I'll be posting guides soon, but if it sucks, then don't hesitate calling me out on the comment section below. Honestly, I'm still salty about the Boost Up feature, as I grinded my ass on day one. And right now, new players can spend like 40 hours to complete hard mode, which is insane. But anyway, I'm happy for the new players. Go play the first Descendant, and I hope that you enjoy it like I do right now.
Match for the Abyss Scarab, a creature which is indigenous to the Axian Plane. It's likely to be a mutated variant. Descendant, I received the material